My last one was Springfield, Illinois, which was where I finished off. And I had 2 companions there, and just like the others, it was a little bit different, but I loved it. It was definitely the best apartment I ever had. We lived with members, and kind of like a mother-in-law apartment, except it was a mother-in-law house. So we had our own house that we lived in. We had a garage to park. We had a car that we could drive. And so it was really nice we had hardwood floors and granite, and everyone was jealous of us. That's about the best way I could put it. So we had a relaxing place to go home to, and I had my own closet. I had my own bathroom even. We had 2 separate bathrooms, one for each of us, a workout room. So the apartment in Springfield, at least if they still live in the same place, it's great. But the ward itself, some really key members that I loved in that ward. Our Bishop Leggett, was amazing. He used to be a drill sergeant, and then he trained prison guards, so real tough as nails guy. And he really knew how to lay down the law with investigators and members sometimes, but he did it in a loving way. He'd say, we had an investigator who got baptized, and he said, okay, we love you, and we want you to be here. Here's how the gospel works. Here's what you're going to do. We're going to help you out. We love you. Come to church. And they did it. Bishop Leggett, he acted like a drill sergeant sometimes, but he got the work done, and you knew that deep down he understood the doctrine. He knew what we were supposed to do. He knew what people needed to progress to Christ, and he was there for them. So I grew a lot of respect for him and other key members of the ward. Our ward mission leader in that ward was a recently reactivated member, actually. And we loved being with him. He was always he came out with us every day, like all the time. And he went to school, he had his own life, but he decided to help us because he knew the gospel made him happy, and he wanted to help us help other people. We had some other members. We had this pair of members, I loved them, that call them pool sharks. They probably disagree with me, but they're better than I am. They taught us to play pool, and every Tuesday or every Monday for P-Day, we'd go and play pool at their house, and they'd feed us, and kind of like my grandma and grandpa away from home. I think I made the most friends in Springfield, and people that I want to go back and visit are in the Springfield ward. It's the capital of Illinois. It's not Chicago. People think Chicago is, but Springfield of 100,000 people, 120,000 people is the capital. So you'll get, I think, we taught a lady who'd been on the ambulance crew for Barack Obama when he came to town to visit. And it's a very political town, a lot of things like that. But as a missionary, you don't care. You're just there for the people, and there were some good people. The state capitol's there, so if you're ever on a P-Day, go visit the state capitol. It's really, really tall, and tours are free. You just walk in, and they'll show you around. You can see where the different little legislative groups meet, and the big rotunda's huge, and it's kind of the center of it. Springfield is the political scene because it's the capital of Illinois. I don't really remember any major employers. Horseshoes, that's what it's known for. Is Illinois has this thing called horseshoes, which is any type of meat like a brisket or a chicken patty or bacon or whatever you want, but then they stack French fries on top of it, and they smother cheese sauce on the top of that. So you go to Darcy's Pint or another restaurant and order a horseshoe, pay $10, but you'd be stuffed and take some home with you for the next day. Western Illinois is famous for their horseshoes.